How do you know when your family has genuinely outgrown its home and when you're simply frustrated with a space that could still work? It's not determined only by bedroom count or square footage. The more useful question is whether your home still supports the way your family lives today and the way you expect to live over the next several years. In this video, I'll show you 5 signs that your family may have outgrown its home, how to distinguish a temporary inconvenience from a lasting problem, and how to determine whether reorganizing, renovating, or moving makes the most sense. One of the most important signs has almost nothing to do with the physical size of your home. A property can technically have enough bedrooms and still make everyday family life unnecessarily difficult. So by the end of this video, you'll have a practical test for deciding whether your home can be adapted or whether your family's needs have changed beyond what the property can reasonably provide. Most families do not wake up one morning and suddenly realize they need to move. It happens gradually. The dining table becomes an office, the living room becomes a playroom, sports equipment fills the entrance. 2 children who once shared comfortably begin needing more privacy. Someone starts working from home, a parent moves in, or another child arrives. Each individual compromise seems manageable, but eventually your family begins organizing its life around the limitations of the property. That is when the question changes from, how can we make this space work, to, is this home still helping our family live the life we want? If we haven't met, I'm Mike Dirks with Vancouver Family Living. I live in Kitsilano with my family, and as a dad, husband, and award-winning realtor, I understand that moving is not simply a property decision. It affects school, childcare, commuting, finances, routines, and the amount of time your family gets to spend together. For more than 10 years, I've helped Vancouver families evaluate whether they should improve the home they already own or use its equity to move into something that better fits their next stage. So the objective is not to convince every family experiencing space pressure to sell. It's to identify the problems the home must solve and determine which option solves them most effectively. One inconvenient morning does not mean your family has outgrown its home. But when space conflicts happen every day, the problem may no longer be temporary. Perhaps one bathroom consistently creates a morning bottleneck. One parent works at the dining table while the rest of the family tries to eat. The children cannot sleep, study, or play without interrupting one another. Or every transition, leaving for school, coming home, or preparing dinner creates unnecessary chaos. The strongest sign is not that your home occasionally feels crowded, it's that the same physical limitations repeatedly interferes with your family's routine. For 1 week, pay attention to when frustration occurs and what causes it. Do not simply write down, we need more space. Identify the specific conflict. We need a quiet place to work. The children need more separate sleeping areas. We need an entrance that can handle backpacks, shoes, and sports equipment. A clearly defined problem can be tested against both renovations and moving options. A vague feeling that the home is too small cannot. Using a room for more than one purpose can be smart, but when nearly every room must perform 2 or 3 incompatible jobs, your home may no longer provide enough functional space. A dining room can occasionally serve as an office. It becomes a problem when work must be packed away for every meal, or meals consistently happen somewhere else because the office has taken over. A child's bedroom can include a study area. It becomes a problem when there's not enough room to sleep, store clothing, and complete homework comfortably. The issue is not whether every room has a formal label. It's whether the different activities can occur without constantly displacing one another. Look at each room and ask, what does this room need to do? Can it perform those functions comfortably? And what activity has been pushed somewhere unsuitable because there's nowhere else for it to happen? Sometimes better furniture, built-in storage, or a redesigned layout can solve this. But if improving one function consistently destroys another, you may be dealing with a fundamental space limitation. You may not have a clutter problem. you may have a home that no longer has enough functional capacity for your family. Decluttering can certainly help, but if your family regularly uses the items filling the home, strollers, bicycles, sports equipment, school supplies, and seasonal clothing, the answer cannot always be to own less. Storage furniture can also consume the living space you're trying to recover. Eventually, adding another cabinet or reorganizing another closet stops solving the underlying problem. The question is not, can we fit everything somewhere? It is, can we access what we need without the home feeling like a storage unit? Before concluding that you need a larger property, sort your belongings into 3 groups. Things you use regularly, things you genuinely want to keep but use occasionally, and things you no longer need. If removing the third group creates enough room, moving may be unnecessary. If the home remains overwhelmed by items your family actively uses, the shortage may be structural rather than organization. A home can work today and still be a poor fit for the stage your family is approaching. A baby may not require a separate bedroom immediately, but the need could arrive soon. Young children may share comfortably now, but they need greater privacy as they get older. Working from home 1 day a week may be manageable at the kitchen table. 3 or 4 days may not be. An aging parent changing school needs or a longer commute can also change what your family requires from both the home and its location. So do not evaluate your property only against today's routine. Ask whether it can reasonably support the life you expect to be living 3 to 5 years from now. This does not mean buying far more home than you need because something might change one day. It means accounting for changes you can reasonably anticipate. Write down what is likely to change over the next 3 to 5 years. The ages of your children, school and childcare requirements, working arrangements, transportation needs, whether relatives may need support, and how long you would ideally like your next home to work. A move has significant financial and emotional costs. If you do move, the next property should have enough longevity to justify them. Before moving, many families reasonably ask whether they could renovate instead. But renovation can only solve problems the property is capable of solving. It may add storage, improve a layout, or create a better workspace. It cannot change your school catchment, shorten your commute, create land the property does not already have, or add a legal bedroom where one cannot reasonably fit. The critical question is not simply, can we renovate? It is, after spending the money and living through the work, would this property genuinely solve the problems causing us to consider moving? If the answer is no, renovation may improve the home without making it the right home. Compare the 2 options honestly. What would the renovation cost? How disruptive would it be? Which problems would it solve? Which limitations would remain? How many additional years would the improved home work for your family? Then compare that with the complete cost of moving, not simply the price difference between the 2 properties. Neither option is automatically cheaper or better. The right choice is the one that solves the important problems for long enough to justify its complete cost. Before deciding that your family has outgrown its home, answer these 5 questions. First, is the problem recurring or temporary? A short-term frustration may not justify a permanent decision. Second, can reorganizing the existing space solve it? Test the least expensive solution before assuming you need another property. Third, could a realistic renovation solve the important problems? Focus on what the property can actually accommodate, not an imaginary version without physical, regulatory, or financial constraints. Fourth, would the solution give your family enough additional time? Spending heavily to gain only another year may not be worthwhile. And then fifth, can you comfortably afford the complete cost or moving? A larger home should improve your family's life without creating a new financial problem. if reorganizing solves the problem to stay. So if renovation resolves the major limitations and provides several more useful years, improve the home. If neither can address the recurring conflicts, future needs, and location requirements, it may be time to explore moving. Do not begin by searching for listings. Begin by creating 2 lists. On the first list, write down the problems your current home must solve. On the second, identify the features a new property would need to provide before moving would be worthwhile. That may include another bedroom, a dedicated workspace, usable outdoor space, better storage, a different school catchment, a shorter commute, or a layout that allows family members to complete different activities without constantly interrupting one another. This protects you from paying substantially more for a home that is different but not meaningfully better. If your family is beginning to outgrow its current Vancouver home, the next step is not automatically to put it on the market. The next step is to understand what your current property may sell for, how much usable equity you could carry forward, and what your realistic purchase range may be, and whether the complete move would solve enough problems to justify its cost. That is what the Vancouver Family Move-Up Plan is designed to help you evaluate. You'll receive a personalized preliminary upsizing strategy covering your likely sale proceeds, possible purchase range, major trade-offs, and the sequence that may make the most sense for your family. There's no obligation to list your home, and you do not need to be ready to move immediately. Follow the link below, complete the assessment, and I'll help you understand whether staying, renovating, or moving may be the strongest next step for your family. And subscribe to Vancouver Family Living, because in the final video of this series, I'll explain how to move without getting stuck between 2 homes. Thanks for watching.